So, I don't fucking cry on the internet or anything, but I just saw this post about, I guess someone from my hometown or school talking about something very, very personal to me that I would never want on the internet. And I've talked about it once before on a live, and not even exactly what it was about, but it's just so dumb, the things people say so they can take other people down. And so I'm just going to explain myself now so it doesn't go any farther. When I was in sophomore year in high school, I had very bad anxiety, and it got so bad to the point where I developed this thing called PNES, which is psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. And it happened once. It happened on my last day of school because I never went back since I felt really sick that entire day, and I was sick all throughout the day. And I walked out of school and I felt awful. Like, I just felt shaky and gross. And then I go back into school and I grab my friend and I'm like, can you walk me out to my mom's car because I just do not feel well. And this happened on April 18th. And so I walk back inside and I grab my friend and we're walking back outside and I fall to the ground and start having, I don't know if I'm talking about seizures. I don't know if that offends anyone or bothers anyone. Anyways, so I fall to the ground and have a seizure. I start having these seizures and compulsing because it's not an epileptic seizure. And I start compulsing and having these seizures because that is what they're classified as, even if they are not an epileptic seizure. The anxiety brought me to the point of having a seizure, and this is a very, very real thing. Anyways, so I'm taken out of school after having these for a couple minutes, and I am taken to the hospital, and I'm taken in an ambulance off of school grounds, which I never went back to that school again. And then I'm taken to the hospital and I'm there for 2 days where they have constantly monitoring me, and I have over 400 of these compulsions over the next 2 days. I then, after that point, I left the school. I developed a lot more things that come with psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, where I developed a stutter. And I was shaking all the time. Anytime I would have anxiety or my heart rate would go up, I would start shaking my legs or something like that. So I was on bed rest since the April 18th day until I started school in September at my new school. And that is why I switched schools. Finishing that rumor too, because it's been a rumor as well that something else happened on why I switched schools. That is why I switched schools. I am it's frustrating because I've heard that a lot, that I fake seizures for attention. Then why would I leave schools? Why would I have a diagnosed thing and I have videos of the seizures because they were seeing if they were epileptic or not, and they had to watch the seizures constantly. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to address that right away just because that's something I don't like talking about at all, but I'm not going to let anyone think of me in another way because that is not fair and not very kind, because it's something that I don't like talking about. It gives me a lot of anxiety talking about, and it's just not really fair to anyone to say that in any other way, because I was a person when I was in my old school who I did not like, who I don't want to be ever again, and I just was not happy. I was not myself because I had so much anxiety and everything going through my brain all the time, where I couldn't even have a proper conversation with anyone. But I'm so thankful for who I am now and where I am and all that. And I just wanted to address that now because this is something that means a lot to me, because that situation helped me grow to the person I am today, and I don't want it any other way. And I love you all so much. I don't talk about this at all because it really affects me every time I talk about it. I love you, James. And hi, Sam. So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry if I portrayed it that way. I just never went back to my school because I couldn't, because I was so embarrassed and I felt so awful. And like, I shouldn't have to give proof for that, but I just like wanted. Sorry, my alarms keep going off. I wouldn't want any, like, I didn't want to share this, but to a point there has to be a time, because it's something I know people deal with and it's a real thing, but it's not a big thing, so it's not like normalized or anything, so not a lot of people know about it. But that's it. Just wanted to say that, and I love you all so much. And yeah, bye. Hi. Ow. Alright, so if you follow me on Twitter, you know why I'm live right now. And I'm going to explain what happened to my car. So basically, I was driving my car and I went to a store and I walked in the store. So, okay, actually, I have 2 keys. And I lost one 2 weeks ago. And then I lost the other one like last week. And so I can like use my phone as a key. Can you hear? So I can use my phone as a key, and that's what I was doing. And then I went to the store yesterday and I like parked my car and it was fine. And then I walked out of the store and tried to use my phone to get in my car, and it was not opening the car. So I started freaking out, and I sat outside my car for an hour and got yelled at by a homeless person, and I was really scared and I didn't know how to get in my car. And so I called like the car company and I was like, hey, what do I have to do? Like, I can't get in. And then I had to Uber home because I had an appointment. And sorry, someone called me. So I got home and like my car wasn't working, the app wasn't working, and I couldn't get it on. And then I called the car company and they're like, yeah, we can't locate it right now. And I'm like, I'm sitting right in front of it, I know where it is. And so I was like, what do I do? Because I just left it in a parking lot. And then they're like, oh, we'll tow it for you. I was like, okay. And then I called them like 3 more times after. I was like, hey, did you guys tow my car? Like, is it still there? They're like, oh, we couldn't tow it with what we got, so we had to go get another tow thing. And like, because I was parked, I feel like I'm not telling the story like where it makes sense, but I was parked like next to like the end of the parking lot, so you couldn't just take it out. It had to be like picked up and taken out. And then I called back and they're like, oh, we'll call you when like we get to it. I was like, okay. I never got a call. It was like 11 o'clock last night. I never got a call. And then I called them today a bunch of times and they didn't answer, and I left a bunch of messages, and I don't know where they took my car. And yeah.